Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the CWS. I am not looking forward to this show, ladies and gentlemen. So, as I said last week, the theme is NWO as well as Month of Madness. We're doing. I am not looking forward to this show. Last week, guys, I said that we'll keep on the theme of a brawl. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we kick it off with Super Brawl 8? So we've got the couple of matches that we've got announced are, well, that I know of. It's Sting versus Hollywood Hogan for the WCW Championship, which is vacated. And we have the Outsiders versus the Steiner Brothers for the WCW Tag Team Championships. Okay. I am going to go into this with fresh eyes. Let's take last week and just put it on the shelf as a bit of a fuck-up. It was a bit of a stumbling block for WCW. Let's watch this and see if it's any good, because the undercard can be good. Sting versus Hogan can be good. Let's do this. So, let's watch the first match. So, we kick things off with Super Brawl 8 with not one but two World Television title matches. So, what happened was, it was going to be originally Booker T versus Saturn. But Rick Martel wins the World Television Championship at Nitro. So the beginning match was Booker T versus Rick Martel in a rematch to work out who's going to be the television champion between those two. Then the winner will face Saturn in the second matchup. So Rick Martel would suffer a torn knee in the first match. So that sucks for him. But it was a really good match. Booker T wins with the Harlem sidekick or whatever you call it. Then we get Saturn basically just comes into the ring, puts the wins of Saturn on Booker T. We get into the next match. It was another good matchup. These two really work well together. Like Booker T goes like nearly 30 minutes in this opening contest, and it was damn entertaining from all three men. I think Martel would retire after this point. I could be wrong on that one, but he does suffer the torn ligament in his leg. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any more updates, I'll tell you guys when the show kicks off. If you know what I mean. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we had Chris Jericho talking about his matchup coming up soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our next matchup, and hopefully, it's another good one. Let's do this. So, we just had Disco Inferno versus La Parka, the chairman of WCW. This was actually... It was a good matchup, actually. The fans won into it until La Parka brings the chair into the ring after Disco pokes the referee in the eye by mistake. I don't get it, because this match was actually quite good, I thought. Very entertaining between both men. A hard-hitting match. Disco doesn't sell the fucking leg, though. Jesus fucking Christ. Sell your leg, you dumb bastard. But bar that, it was actually a really good match. It was a solid match between these two. So, yeah. Entertaining. And Disco wins with the chop buster. So, yeah. Which is basically just a running, spinning stunner, basically. But, yep. Three matches done, technically. 3 good matches. Let's carry on with the next match, shall we? So, we just had a special bonus match, but before that, we had JJ Dillon and Mean Gene talking at the entrance way, basically saying that after the careful deliberation, searching, making sure that they have all the information that they need about Starrcade, Nick Patrick has been reinstated. But he won't be officiating the main event between Sting and Hogan. So that's actually a good call, even though he's like, well, I'm the head referee now, and oh, my back pay! I have to go and talk to him about my back pay. So, yeah, that's basically saying, look, Patrick is reinstated. He ain't going to officiate the main event, even though after the bullshit 3 count he performed at Starrcade. We'll get into that if I ever review Starrcade. But, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we had a special bonus match added. Brad Armstrong versus some guy named Bill Goldberg. Never heard of him. So, very impressive. I'm joking, guys. Obviously, this is Goldberg, as in Goldberg. This was about, 2 minutes? A fucking underhook throw, a fucking spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3. Basically, it just builds him up. Also, as a bit of a side note, they gave away a big match on Monday Nitro. Goldberg versus Hollywood Hogan on free TV for the title. None of this time I think it'd be next year. So, yeah. Idiots! But let's get into the next matchup, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what it is, so let's find out. So, we just had Juventud Guerrero versus Chris Jericho for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. And I have to admit, this was a good matchup. This is my favourite Jericho, I have to admit. He's just a cocky, chicken shit bastard of a heel, trying to get counted out originally, just literally lying there, looking up, checking around, going back down. Brilliant. Juvi manages to hit the 450, gets the 1-2, but Jericho gets the rope just in time before the hand goes down for the 3 count. Beautiful way that the match ended. Juvi goes to try and hit a Hurricanrana on Jericho, but he manages to stop him, turn it into the walls of Jericho for the win. It was a really fun match, and a lot of people say that Juvi's not a bad looking guy. I have to admit, he is actually kind of decent looking. But yeah, it was a really fun matchup. And now, guys, we have Steve Mongo McMichael. Oh, goody! So let's watch Steve McMichael face whoever he's facing. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm watching McMichael versus the British Bulldog of all people, but we keep bringing up the controversy with fucking Nick Patrick. So I'm going to explain it to you. So, Starrcade 97. Sting versus Hogan for the world title. Bret Hart gets involved. He's the special referee. He's the outside enforcer, if I recall. The original way this match was going to finish was Sting was going to win the title after a screwy finish. Bret was going to say, no, we're not going to do another fucking screwy finish on my watch. Restart the match. Sting was going to win. The problem was, either Hogan didn't want to do the job, or Nick Patrick was too fast on the count. Too slow on the count. I don't know. But it was a legitimate 1, 2, 3. It was a legitimate pinfall that happened at Starrcade. So then the title is stripped because of the controversy. There was no controversy, guys. Hogan beat Sting legitimately 1, 2, 3. Bret comes out to then say we're not having a screwy finish, which doesn't fucking happen. And then we get this match at Superbrawl. I didn't really want to bring it up until the main event, but they keep going on about it. So there we go. That's the controversy at Starrcade 1997. It's bullshit, but apparently it's controversy. So I'm going to carry on watching the McMichael versus British Bulldog match. See how well it goes. So far, it's going okay. We'll see how it goes. Oh, God, it begins. So we just had Mongo McMichael versus the British Bulldog. Match was meh. It wasn't a good match. It wasn't a bad match. It was just a match. And yeah, screwy fucking finish number 1. Bulldog has McMichael's arm in an armbar, and McMichael doesn't quit, but the referee thinks he quit, so he wins the bell. Screwy fucking finish. Oh, here we fucking go. I feel like we're going to get more motherfucking screwy finishes. Next up is Chris Benoit. Okay. So, we've got Benoit. Let's see what the match is, guys. So, we just had Chris Benoit versus DDP for the United States Championship, and I have to admit, this was a very, very good matchup. Very close near twos in this matchup. At one point, genuinely the fans thought, oh my god, we have a new champion, but then literally DDP kicks out just in time. And the crowd actually booed that decision, but to be honest, it was the closest count of the match, and it was amazingly good. Wonderful reversal. Benoit tries to go for the roll-up pin. Benoit just flips him over. DDP flips him over, gets him, bang! Diamond cutter, you never see it coming. 1, 2, 3, and still your United States champion, DDP. So, guys, that was a breath of fresh air after the bullshit of the previous match. So he goes into the crowd. He is the people's champion, which, yeah, Rock actually stole DDP's catchphrase from, yeah, he actually did. Because at this time, The Rock wasn't the People's Champion around this time. If I recall, he was actually the corporate champion. So DDP actually did use this before The Rock did. So, yeah, this is a really good matchup. We'll see what the next match is, guys, and hopefully it's another good one after the US title match. Let's find out. Screwy finish number 2! Oh my god. Okay, so we just had Luger versus Macho Man in a no disqualification match. It was going fine, but then the NWO run out. Caused the bell to ring, then somehow Luger gets him up for the torture rack, Macho Man, and wins the match. The bell has already been run. It was a DQ. Oh my fucking... Right. So, I did some research very, very quickly. Would everybody care to have a guess on how many full-time members or how many members there were in WCW's iteration of the NWO? And no, I'm not counting the WWE version, okay? So obviously Hogan, Nash, and Hogan, Nash, and Sting. Hogan, Nash, and Scott Hall. Hogan, Nash, Scott Hall. They were in WWE version, so I'm excluding the WWE version, okay? With that, it'll take it up to how many numbers? Would you all care to have a guess? So just think, okay? Think of a number. You're wrong. Have another guess. You're wrong again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, third time I'll tell you. So, how many members completely would be in this? 10? 20? 30? 40? No. In total, so this is including the original NWO, NWO Hollywood, NWO Wolfpack, and New Japan's NWO Japan. Between those four, 58 fucking members! 50 fucking 8! Who remembers Michael Wall Street being in the NWO? Who remembers the fucking Jerry Nobbs and Brian Nobbs and Jerry Sags in fucking NWO? Holy... Who remembers NWO Sting? Nobody! Okay, fine, he was in a few matches to make it believe that Sting was in the NWO, but still! Who needs NWO Sting? Fuck me! 58 members! Scott Norton was a member! I'm trying to go through some of them. Okay? Horace Holden, Barry Windham, Mark Johnson, fucking... who else? Disco Inferno was a member. Conan was a member. Fair enough. Fucking... Tori Wilson. Who remembers Tori Wilson and David Flair being in a fucking NWO? Apparently that was NWO Elite. No, it fucking isn't. Stevie Ray. Who remembers Stevie Ray being in the fucking NWO? Vincent, who is Virgil in WWF. Who remembers him being in it? Who remembers, of all people, Jeff Jarrett being in the fucking NWO? Tylene Buck, who I have no idea who the fuck that is. Ron and Don Harris. Oh, also, Ron and Don Harris, go fuck yourselves. Just for personal opinion. The Great Muta. Who remembers the Great Muta being in the NWO? Because I fucking don't. Granted, he was in NWO Japan, and he did appear in NWO originally, or NWO Wolfpack, or whatever the fucking thing was. Give me a second. I can't find it. I think it was in NWO Japan. NWO Japan. Who remembers that? Because I fucking don't. You don't need 58 motherfucking members. You don't. Fuck me when I say the WCW turned chicken salad into chicken shit. This is what I'm talking about. Oh my god. And now the next match. The next fucking matchup. It's fucking Hall and Nash versus the Steiner brothers for the tag team. Oh my god. I'm going to go for a walk. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, but I am getting fucking sick and tired of this. I know I did a walk on episode 60 when I did the fucking... When was it? Fuck me. we're doing this. October 19th, 1999 edition of Monday Nitro. I have to take a walk, because if I don't, I am going to scream. Ugh! Just a side note, guys. I started this at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's now gone 6 o'clock. That's how pissed off I was. What on... So we've just had the Steiner Brothers versus the Outsiders in the tag team title match. And guess what? Scott Steiner turned on his brother. Why? God, the fans cheered this. Here's an amazing idea. They're supposed to boo, not cheer. Fucking idiots. Fucking morons. Sorry about that. Need to stop doing these when I get notifications. I'm sorry, guys. Why? Okay, just so you guys know, I double checked. There were 58 members of the NWO in WCW. Care to take a guess how many more were added when WWE got their hands on NWO? 3 more members. Shawn Michaels, Booker T, who faced the NWO, and Ric Flair, who also faced the NWO. So in total, between WWE and WCW, with NJPW in there as well, 61 total fucking members of the NWO. You need 7 at least to go for the titles. Oh my god. I can't even call this a fucking match. This was basically just a beatdown afterwards. Scott gets in. Rick starts off the match, beats up Scott Hall, throws Nash over the top rope, then they bark, and then all of a sudden Scott Steiner just attacks him. They beat him up some more, raises edge, 1, 2, 3. Scott Steiner joins the NWO, Rick Steiner loses. Fuck the NWO in 1998. Fuck them. Right, let's just get to the fucking main event. So after another screwy motherfucking finish, let's just get to the main event. Hollywood Hogan versus Sting. For the love of fuck, there better not be another bloody screwy finish or I'm gonna scream. Oh, okay, so Sting versus Hogan. There was fucking interference in this match as well with the NWO. So Charles Robinson gets taken out by Stinger Splash. Nick Patrick comes down, calls the match fairly, then gets punted by Hogan. Then the NWO come out, Macho Man comes out, hits fucking Hollywood with whatever the fuck he hit him with. I think it was a spray can. And then Sting gets the pin 1, 2, 3. This was looking like it was going to be a good show. Booker T versus Rick Martel and Perry Saturn was good. Disco Inferno versus Rick Parker was decent. Goldberg and Brad Armstrong was okay. It was a 2-minute squash, but it was a good 2-minute squash. Best match of the night, Jericho versus Juventud Guerrera, was brilliant. But then, British Bulldog versus McMichael was okay. Dan Page versus Benoit was bloody good, I thought. But it then went downhill with Luger versus Macho Man. And that's supposed to be really fucking good. But it wasn't. It was crap. And then the outside. I'm not even going to comment on the Outsiders versus the Steiner Brothers because that wasn't a match. That was just bullshit. And even this main event was crap. Oh, I'm not looking forward to my next show. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Superbrawl. Sorry, guys, Superbrawl. What's the final one? Oh, God, it's that one. You know what? Since this is a war, let's just carry on with a war, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week for the next episode. No, wait a minute. This was supposed to be a... I need to double check what number this was. Anyway, see you later. Bye.